Alright everybody, today is Tuesday, and this is pretty much the first day I've actually gotten to work with Tripp. This is Tripp from Austin. If you've seen the video for Trippin, we actually went to Austin because Tripp's main problem is that he just is not comfortable around other dogs. So even though it is cold out here for us, the temperature is not what's causing him to shake so much. The reason that he's shaking so much is because he's afraid, he's nervous. You know, when the pups get near him, you see the lip curl underneath the mesh of the muzzle. So, and the other thing is that if you take a look at this right here and this right here, that was him actually urinating out of fear. So I know that he is at his highest as far as being, you know, afraid. So what I want, you know, I mean, I know one of the things that I do want to do for him as far as, you know, while he's here is do pack walk, so that way, so that way he can get comfortable. But the thing is that his thing is when he gets into a uncomfortable scenario or you know, he gets, you know, super nervous, his first thing is to lash out. And I've heard where he'll lash out and it gets really bad, but it's not that he's aggressive, it's just out of fear. So what I want him just to be around other dogs. Hey, right there. So I mean, she is, you know, Minchie's not coming to do anything but just smell, and he is, you know, basically doing the whole lip curl, growling, get away from me. So he doesn't know the whole, you know, meaning of how dogs interact with each other, to where he's, you know, comfortable. So you can see the tail between the legs, the body, you know, shaking. Because the main thing that he does, you know, there you go. Come on, Nasir, get him going. One of the things that he does is he goes, you know, where he feels safe, meaning going back inside the house, going to his kennel. So I want everybody to, you know, come around him, be around him, and, you know, just open him up. The other thing is I don't want that tail between the legs. That is not what I want. There you go. Tail between the legs is you know, is actually adding to that nervousness. So by doing that, hey. So that was just a touch. I didn't shove him or anything. It was just fingertips. So one of the things that I want to do while he's here is go on group walks with him. So that way he can, you know, experience, you know, walking with a pack of dogs. Now, we did this in Austin, and he did fantastic, but, you know, he's still not to the point to where he's comfortable. So you could, like I said, you can see the whole shaking thing, but it's not that cold out here. I mean, you can look at everybody else. You can look at Minchie. I mean, Patches is just, you know, just comfortable as anything. You know, Guanchi is nearly shaved because he went to the groomer the other day, but you can see, you know, the difference, you know, in coat, and you know, he's the only one that's doing it. So understand that when a dog is doing this, you know, most people will go and say, it's okay, it's all right, no one's gonna hurt you, yada yada yada. But, you know, for what I do, you know, I'm gonna let everybody know to respect him, so that way he can, you know, see that nothing bad's going to happen. And the other thing is that if he starts showing any teeth, I'm going to correct that. I'll touch him. I'll you know, make a correction on the leash. But the other thing is that I want him to start, you know, seeing that someone can you know, control the situation. So what most dogs will do, they'll get, you know, they'll start trying to nudge. There you go. There you go. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what other dogs do is nudge them, you know, get them going. But I also want my ladies to also introduce themselves and, you know, just show them this is what dogs do. So what mothers would do for their puppies, they're gonna, they'll create security. So what I'm doing is I'm letting her know, okay, don't be too persistent. Don't push yourself on him too much. And the other thing that mothers do is that they're gonna, there you go, they're gonna nudge. They're gonna nudge the pups to get them going. There you go. There you go. So the more that I do more dog stuff, right there, block. We got Bear right here. Got Panda. Got Guillermo. So I'm letting them to do their stuff and then letting them know, okay, y'all guys are done, go ahead and move on. So that way he sees that they come, they sniff, and then they go. So here you go, nudging again. But you see that I'm not necessarily touching until I really have to. Right there, double touch, right there. All right. There you go. Now you see how the body is. That was a little bit more normal. Now the mouth is opening very slightly, if you can see inside the muzzle. So, he's getting comfortable, which is good. There you go. There you go. That's what I want. I want him to see that there's nothing bad going to happen. I want him to get comfortable. I want him to get to the point to where, he's normal. So this is just a repetition of doing things, on a daily basis. So what I do want to do, and I hate working in cold weather. I hate working in cold weather. So it slows down my process because, it's not the type of the weather that you want to do, but sometimes I have to force myself to get out and do what I have to do. But what I want to do with him is I want to go on group walks. I want him to, see what the unity of a pack is. We did it in Austin. He did fantastic. He did great. My goal is to be able to have him out here without the muzzle. That's the part that I want to reach. So he's supposed to be here for about to the 14th, but he may have to stay just a little bit longer just from what I'm seeing. So we'll see where we get, how far we get when we get to the 14th. But so far, this is all good. Okay, so we're gonna ask him to move again. All right. So you see that the staff, or whenever I'm having a staff, a rod, a stick, it's not necessary to hit them. It's just basically just an extension and just like a shepherd. There you go, right there. See? There you go. So what I want to do is I want to move him out to the group. I want him to be out there with everybody else. Now one of the other things that the owners had explained was that he's very very delicate to touch, as far as coming from a human. So that right there, you can see it when somebody gets close to him. It's just like, oh, get away. He's not the type of dog to be comfortable with touch, from either human or dog. Right there, walking because he wants to go back home. Nope, he can't go back. Right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and take him where the games are. And look where everybody else is at. They're out here. They're out here with everybody else. So this is where I want them to be. I want them to be where where the party's at, basically. And there you can see the shaking again. If you can zoom in and do a close up on the shaking, you can see how bad it is. So the one thing that he lives with 2 other dogs. Okay, so now he's living with about 20 other dogs. So I want to see what his reaction is, to being around so many dogs. And again, this place is not run around, human. Of course, yeah, there's human interaction, but it's mainly run by the pack. Here's a good scenario. There's a good scenario back there. Guillermo digging a hole where he's not supposed to. This is it's basically like a dog ranch. Here we we you know, here we allow dogs to be dogs, but of course, you know, we want everybody to respect everybody else. Hey. So even though that he's showing teeth, I'm going to correct Nasir, because Nasir's, you know, the licking. Yeah, I can stand, you know, 1 or 2 licks, but you know, you keep on pushing it and it gets annoying. So I want to teach also Nasir that, you know, there's a limit as far as on how far you can go. So now Daniel, which is Nasir's brother, hopefully they'll do what I like for them to do, is grab the leash and take the new guys out for a walk. I know Patches does that. So right now it's just let him be, let's see what he does, observe him, study him, and just allow him to see everything else out, you know, what everybody else is doing. And the muzzle is just as a precaution, just, you know, so that way nothing bad happens. I know my guys are not going to do anything as long as I monitor them, but I also want to keep control of that mouth on Trip. So if you saw, Panda came in with like a level, I want to say a level 4. You know, a lot of, you know, happy-go-lucky excitement, which is good. But, you know, it's not what he needs around him right now just yet. So what Mitch is doing, that's really good, because she's actually supporting him and just, you know, being right next to him. You know, she's not putting her paw on his back and saying, "It's okay, buddy, don't worry about it. We're all friends here." You know, they're not doing that. You know, neither is Uriel. All they're doing is just, you know, coming around and being near him. That's it. That's all another dog needs, especially like this guy. So what we'll do is we'll keep you updated on the progress of him. This is pretty much day 1 for him. I mean, we started yesterday on the treadmill. He's able to do about a 2.0 to a 2.5, and he actually did 2 hours yesterday, actually last night, so that was really impressive. But he took to it, you know, in seconds. It wasn't like like with Panda, where it took like 22 minutes for him to get it. So we'll keep you updated. We'll try and keep it updated as possible on Facebook. It's getting ready to start getting dark and cold again, so we're getting ready to take everybody in about another 30 minutes, but we'll keep you updated and we'll go from there. All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.